Welcome to How Leaders Communicate Successfully, 6 Essential Skills. In a world where 75% of long-term job success depends on soft skills, with communication at the forefront, knowing how to convey ideas clearly and effectively is more than just a skill, it's a necessity. Yet, astonishingly, a study from Baruch College indicates that 80% of corporate communication fails to achieve its intended objective. This underscores a significant gap in leadership communication skills that we cannot afford to ignore. In this video series, we will dive deep into the 6 pivotal communication skills that every leader must master to bridge this gap. From mastering the art of listening beyond the mere words spoken to using storytelling as a strategic tool to captivate and motivate your team, we'll cover ground that transforms good leaders into great ones. You'll learn not just why these skills matter, but how to apply them in everyday leadership scenarios. Prepare to enhance your listening skills, deepen your empathy, sharpen your message, deliver feedback that fosters growth, adapt your communication style, and craft stories that inspire and engage. Each chapter is packed with actionable strategies, real-life examples, and surprising facts that will equip you to communicate with precision and passion. Are you ready to transform how you lead and communicate? Let's begin this journey to becoming a more effective and impactful leader. Chapter 1. The Art of Listening. Beyond hearing words, when we think about communication, we often focus on how we express ourselves. Yet, true leaders know that effective communication starts with listening. Did you know that we spend about 45% of our communication time listening, but most of us are not very good at it? According to a study from Wright State University, effective listening includes more than just hearing words. It involves understanding the complete message being conveyed. Listening isn't passive, it's an active process. Great leaders practice active listening, which means fully concentrating on the speaker, understanding their message, responding thoughtfully, and remembering what was said. Think of it as listening with a purpose. As Simon Sinek points out, listening is not understanding the words of the question asked. Listening is understanding why the question was asked in the first place. Another key aspect of listening is being fully present. In today's world of constant notifications and distractions, it's all too common to find ourselves half listening to someone while checking our emails or thinking about our next meeting. Effective leaders, however, give their undivided attention to the speaker. This respect not only helps in understanding the message better but also strengthens the relationship. Leaders who listen effectively are also better at detecting the underlying emotions and nonverbal cues in a conversation. Nonverbal communication, such as body language, eye contact, and facial expressions, can tell you a lot about a person's feelings and attitudes. Research suggests that nonverbal cues account for more than 50% of what we communicate. By enhancing your listening skills, you can avoid misunderstandings and build stronger teams. Good listeners ask questions that promote discovery and insight, which encourages open communication in the team. A simple strategy is to ask open-ended questions that cannot be answered with a yes or no. This prompts deeper discussion and shows that you value the speaker's thoughts. Remember, listening is a skill that you can improve over time. Start by practicing mindfulness during conversations. Focus solely on the speaker, without planning your response. Listen to understand, not to reply. This shift in approach can transform the quality of your interactions and decision-making. Chapter 2. Empathy in Action. Connecting on a deeper level. Empathy is about more than just feeling sorry for someone. It's about genuinely understanding and sharing the feelings of another. This emotional connection is a cornerstone of successful leadership. Daniel Goleman, a psychologist and author of Emotional Intelligence, argues that empathy is a key component of emotional intelligence, which in turn is crucial for leadership success. One interesting fact about empathy in leadership is that it can lead to more effective problem-solving. When leaders approach issues with an empathetic mindset, they gain insights into the personal and emotional aspects of workplace dynamics. This can lead to solutions that are more comprehensive and sustainable. For instance, consider a team member who is underperforming. An empathetic leader will look beyond the surface to understand the personal or external factors affecting their performance. This might involve discussions about workload, personal stress, or even workplace culture. Leaders who demonstrate empathy often cultivate an environment where employees feel safe to share their challenges. Empathy also helps in building diverse and inclusive workplaces. By understanding and valuing the perspectives and experiences of all team members, leaders can foster a sense of belonging and fairness. This is not just good ethics, it's good business. Studies have shown that diverse teams are more innovative and perform better. To practice empathy, start by actively imagining yourself in someone else's situation. It's about more than just listening, it's about connecting with the emotions behind the words. When you communicate, reflect back what you hear and confirm your understanding. This validation can be incredibly reassuring to the speaker and can help clarify any miscommunications right away. Moreover, don't be afraid to share your own vulnerabilities. Leaders who are open about their challenges and how they feel make it easier for others to connect with them. Empathy goes both ways, and a culture of openness and trust starts at the top. Chapter 3. Clarity and conciseness. The power of precision. Clear communication is a hallmark of great leadership. Surprisingly, a study from the University of Hertfordshire found that concise communicators are perceived as more effective leaders. Why? Because they get straight to the point. Clarity and conciseness prevent misunderstandings and boost efficiency, keeping projects on track and teams aligned. One of the first steps to clear communication is planning what you want to say. Before you speak or write, take a moment to organize your thoughts. This preparation helps you keep your messages direct and straightforward. Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, insists on written memos for meetings. He argues that writing forces clear thinking, and clear thinking leads to effective communication. Using simple language is another essential strategy. Avoid jargon and complex words. Plain language makes your message accessible to everyone, regardless of their background or expertise. This is especially important in diverse workplaces where not everyone might share the same first language. Another tip is to use active voice. Sentences in active voice are not only more direct but also more engaging. For example, instead of saying, "The report will be delivered by Joan," say, "Joan will deliver the report." This simple switch makes a big difference in clarity. Lastly, be mindful of nonverbal cues that can enhance or undermine your message. Maintaining eye contact, for instance, can reinforce your words and show confidence. On the other hand, fidgeting or looking away might suggest you're unsure of what you're saying. Remember, the goal is not just to speak but to be understood. By focusing on clarity and conciseness, leaders can ensure that their message is not only heard but also acted upon effectively. Chapter 4. Feedback that fosters growth. Constructive critiques. Effective leaders know that feedback is crucial for growth. However, delivering it in a way that encourages improvement rather than resentment is an art. A Gallup poll revealed that employees who receive regular feedback feel more engaged at work. Engaged employees are more productive and less likely to leave their jobs. Start with a mindset that feedback is a gift, meant to help the recipient grow. When giving feedback, be specific and focus on behaviors, not personality traits. For example, instead of saying, "You're not reliable," you could say, "I noticed you've missed a few deadlines," which impacts the team. Let's talk about how we can improve this. It's also important to balance positive and negative feedback. The sandwich method, where you start and end with positive comments and sandwich the critique in between, can be effective. This approach helps the receiver stay receptive to your message. Another effective technique is to encourage a two-way conversation. Ask for their perspective and involve them in finding a solution. This not only makes the feedback feel more collaborative but also empowers the recipient to take ownership of their improvement. Lastly, timing is crucial. Provide feedback as close to the event as possible. Delayed feedback can lose its relevance and impact, making it harder for the recipient to connect the feedback with their actions. Chapter 5. Adapting your message. Communication agility. Effective leaders know that one size does not fit all in communication. They tailor their messages based on who is listening. This flexibility not only makes the message clearer but also more persuasive. A study from the University of Michigan suggests that leaders who adapt their communication styles to their audience's preferences can increase team satisfaction and performance. To develop communication agility, start by observing. Notice how your team members process information. Some might prefer detailed data, while others thrive on the big picture. Adjust your approach accordingly. For instance, when presenting to data-driven thinkers, bolster your points with statistics and facts. Conversely, for big-picture thinkers, focus on overarching themes and impacts. It's also helpful to mirror the communication preferences of your audience. If someone speaks to you in a soft and reflective manner, responding in a similar tone can make your message more relatable. This technique, known as mirroring, builds rapport and makes the other person feel understood. Moreover, don't shy away from asking for feedback on your communication style. This can provide valuable insights into how well your messages are being received and what might need tweaking. Lastly, be conscious of cultural differences. Global leaders, in particular, need to be aware of how cultural contexts influence communication preferences and perceptions. Simple gestures, like how you greet someone or your conversational style, can significantly affect the receptivity of your message across different cultures. By mastering the art of adapting your message, you can ensure that your communication is always impactful, no matter the audience. Chapter 6. Storytelling as a strategic tool. Engage and influence storytelling isn't just for writers, it's a powerful tool for leaders too. Good stories can inspire teams, clarify key messages, and drive organizational change. Stanford professor Jennifer Aaker notes that stories are remembered up to 22 times more than facts alone. This makes storytelling a critical skill in a leader's toolkit. Begin by understanding the elements of a good story: a relatable character, a compelling conflict, and a satisfying resolution. When you share your vision through a story, position the organization or team as the protagonist overcoming obstacles to achieve a worthy goal. This structure not only makes your message more memorable but also more engaging. Use real-life examples whenever possible. Stories about actual employees or team successes provide concrete examples of values and strategies in action. They also help to humanize abstract concepts and strategic objectives. Keep your stories concise and focused. A good business story should be to the point and deliver its message clearly and without unnecessary detail. Remember, the goal is to engage your listeners and leave them with a clear understanding of the key takeaway. Incorporate emotions into your stories. Emotional content can significantly increase how much listeners remember from your stories. When people are emotionally invested, they are more likely to be influenced and motivated by what you say. By weaving effective storytelling into your communication, you can transform how your message is perceived and enhance your leadership impact. Remember, the best stories in business are not just told, they are lived and witnessed by the teams that leaders inspire every day.